everyone, and welcome back to Glow with K-Beauty. I'm Jody, your skincare-obsessed host and fellow explorer on this journey to glowing, healthy skin. Each week, we dive into the latest trends, timeless rituals, and must-know secrets behind Korean beauty, and today is no exception. Now, I won't keep you waiting. Joining me today are our two brilliant K-Beauty freelance journalists. They're on the ground in Seoul, bringing us expert insights, product reviews, and the kind of skincare know-how that only comes from living it every day. Welcome back to the show where we care about your skin health. As summer begins in earnest, many parents are spending more time outdoors with their children. And naturally, the concern about sun exposure and skin aging starts to rise. While many turn to expensive or luxury brand sunscreens, Korean dermatologists often say price doesn't always equal performance. In today's episode, we'll introduce 3 affordable sunscreens highly recommended by Korean dermatologists. Each offers SPF 50+ and PA++++ protection, uses non-irritating formulas, and is safe even for sensitive skin. Most importantly, they're all budget-friendly under $20. You don't need to break the bank to protect your skin. Tune in to find out which sunscreens dermatologists trust and why they're perfect for your daily summer routine, especially for families on the go. Next up, we'll have a conversation with 2 makeup journalists, Leslie and Eric, about their first-hand experience in new makeup techniques, South Korea. If you listen until the end, you'll get some great information you might not have expected. Subscriptions, likes, and notification settings are small acts of kindness that give strength and courage to the hosts of the podcast. Please do so. Part 2 will follow soon, with Leslie and Eric sharing their findings from their field reporting. Stay tuned!
Have you ever found yourself in that frustrating cycle? You buy a new sunscreen, you're all hopeful.
Yeah.
And then, boom, it stings your eyes, or you look kind of ghostly.
Ugh, the white cast.
Or worse, it just feels like this greasy mess and suddenly you're breaking out. It's so frustrating.
Totally.
And honestly, just grabbing like any old sunscreen off the shelf, that can actually lead to real skin problems.
It really can.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because our mission today is to really do a deep dive into sunscreen.
Yeah.
We want to help you find your perfect match.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know sunscreen is essential, right? Not just for beach days, but like even when it's snowing, raining, cloudy.
Every single day.
It's a total must.
Yeah.
But those things we just talked about, the stinging, the white cast, the grease, those are usually big signs that the sunscreen just isn't right for your skin type.
Yeah. What's fascinating here is that this whole one-size-fits-all idea for sunscreen, it just completely falls apart.
Right.
Think about it like shoes. You could buy the most expensive, top-rated sneakers, but if they don't actually fit your foot, they're uncomfortable, you won't wear them.
Makes sense.
Sunscreen is exactly the same. The goal, really, is finding something that feels good on your skin, does its job blocking UV, and, crucially, doesn't stress your skin out.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So how do we figure this out? Today, we're going to break down the different types. Mineral, chemical, hybrid. And then, the really important part, we'll give you just a few key questions to help you pinpoint what's right for you.
Exactly.
And of course, we'll wrap up with some recommendations. Stuff we've actually tried and tested ourselves.
Yep. Understanding these different types is absolutely the first step, getting that foundation right.
Okay, let's dive in. The 3 main players: mineral, chemical, and hybrid. Understanding these is like half the battle. First up, mineral sunscreen. Maybe think of it as a physical shield.
That's a great way to put it, a shield. Mineral sunscreens, they basically work by creating this thin protective film right on top of your skin.
Okay.
And that film physically reflects the UV light away, like tiny little mirrors almost. The main ingredients you'll see are zinc oxide and titanium dioxide.
Yeah, zinc and titanium.
Yeah. And the pros, they're generally less irritating. So great for sensitive skin or if you know you'll be out in really strong sun for a while.
But what about the downsides?
Well, the common complaints are they can feel a bit drying sometimes, or leave that white cast we mentioned, or just feel a little stiff on the skin. Now, here's something interesting. Zinc oxide by itself is actually enough for really good UV blocking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And sometimes if someone reacts to a mineral sunscreen, it might actually be the titanium dioxide causing the irritation, not the zinc. So looking for zinc-only formulas can be a good move for some people.
Huh. Good tip. Okay, so if mineral is a physical shield, how do chemical sunscreens work? I heard they, absorb the UV.
That's exactly right. They work very differently. They absorb the UV radiation, convert it into a tiny amount of heat, and then release that heat from the skin. That's where ingredients like oxybenzone, avobenzone, those come into play.
So is that why they sometimes cause issues? Like the eye stinging or irritation for sensitive ties?
It often is, yeah. Chemical sunscreens tend to be more moisturizing, usually no white cast. They go on really smoothly.
Which sounds great.
But yes, they can be irritating for some skin types or potentially cause breakouts if those specific chemical filters just don't agree with your skin.
Gotcha. And the third type, hybrid.
Hybrid, exactly. And just like the name suggests, it tries to combine the best parts of both mineral and chemical.
Ooh, like the best of both worlds. Where would you typically use that?
They're super versatile, really good for general indoor-outdoor use.
Yeah.
You know, running errands, a day that's a mix of inside and outside.
Okay.
Maybe not for hours and hours in direct, intense sun,
Okay.
but for everyday life. They usually offer a nice, smooth application and good balanced UV protection, often without the main drawbacks of pure mineral or pure chemical.
Okay, this is helpful. We know the types now. But how do you, listening right now, figure out which one is for you? This is where we get practical. We've got just 3 crucial questions. Think of them as your personal guide.
Let's do it. Question 1's pretty straightforward. What's your typical day like? Are you mostly indoors or outdoors?
Right, lifestyle.
If you're spending, say, 30 minutes or more outside in the sun regularly, a mineral sunscreen might feel less burdensome on the skin long term because of that stable physical barrier.
Okay.
But if you're primarily inside maybe an office job, working from home, then a chemical sunscreen is often perfectly fine.
And if it's a mix?
That's where hybrid really shines. It offers that nice balance for mixed activities.
Perfect. Question 2. Do you ever get that stinging in your eyes? Or does your skin sometimes feel kind of hot and irritated after putting on sunscreen? If that sounds familiar, listen up.
Yeah, this is a big one. That reaction often points right towards certain ingredients in chemical sunscreens. Things like oxybenzone or avobenzone are common culprits for eye sting.
So if my eyes burn, maybe try mineral.
Definitely worth a try.
Yeah.
Switching to mineral can be a game changer for eye stinging. But, and this is important, even mineral ingredients, zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, can sometimes cause dryness or maybe even pimples for certain people.
Ah, okay. So it's not just mineral versus chemical.
Exactly. It's about becoming a bit of a detective for your own skin. Look at the ingredient list of the product that bothered you. Which specific things might be the problem? It takes a little trial and error sometimes.
Right, being your own skin detective. I like that. Okay, third question. What's your usual skincare routine like? Are you someone who layers on lots of products, or do you keep it pretty simple? Because we hear this all the time, right? Sunscreen pilling up, or feeling weirdly dry or greasy, even when a friend uses the same one and loves it. What's that about?
That's such a key point. Your base skincare, what you put on before the sunscreen, makes a huge difference in how it applies and feels.
Okay, explain that.
So if you have a really robust moisturizing routine, multiple steps, serums, richer creams, lots of hydration,
Yeah.
then mineral or hybrid sunscreens often work really well. Mineral sunscreens can lean a bit drying, so having that well-hydrated base helps them glide on smoothly, prevents them looking too white or flaky, and keeps things looking fresh.
Okay, that makes sense. What if I have a lighter routine?
If your routine is more minimal, maybe just a light serum or moisturizer, then chemical sunscreens are often a good bet. They tend to have that built-in moisture and blend well with lighter layers.
Oh.
But here's the flip side. If you use a chemical sunscreen on top of an already heavy, maybe slightly oily skincare routine, that's when you can sometimes end up feeling overly greasy.
Got it.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's all about finding that synergy between your skincare and your sunscreen. Like putting together an outfit, each piece needs to work with the others.
Okay, brilliant. We've got the theory down. Now for the fun part. Let's talk specific products. As I mentioned, these are ones we've actually used, tested, put through their paces.
The real world experience.
Exactly. Let's start with mineral recommendations. First up, the Astura Derma UV 365 Mineral Sunscreen. This one is a really solid choice. It uses both zinc oxide and titanium dioxide for strong protection, but it also has goodies like ceramides, hyaluronic acid, allantoin.
Right, so it's thinking about skin barrier support and hydration too. It's SPF 50 plus PA++++. Price-wise, it's mid-range, Pretty good value.
And the texture, does it have that dreaded white cast?
It has a slight tone-up effect, but it's more natural, like a brightening, not a, ghost face level white.
Ah, okay, good.
And it feels less stiff than some other minerals, probably thanks to those moisturizing bits. Great UV blocking, good for the barrier, pretty comfy.
Any downsides?
Well, like many minerals, you might need to reapply if you're out in strong sun for a very long time. And if your skin is super dry, it might not be hydrating enough all by itself. But for oily, sensitive skin, great choice. Good for transition seasons, too.
Nice. Okay, second mineral pick. The Steered Vegan Relief Sun Cream. This one's a bit pricier, right?
It is. Definitely more premium. But honestly, the performance is kind of amazing. It uses only zinc oxide, which, as we said, can be better for people sensitive to titanium dioxide.
Okay.
Plus, it has calming stuff and these booster oils. The application is just wow.
Wow.
It's like a lotion, super smooth, almost transparent, sinks in really fast, very low shine, leaves a nice fresh finish. It has a tiny bit of an ivory tint that just subtly evens out skin tone, reduces redness a bit, almost zero white cast.
That sounds lovely.
Biggest pros, that amazing smooth feel, and it's really soothing. Main con, not waterproof, but that makes it super easy to wash off.
Good point.
Oh.
Okay, moving to chemical sunscreens. My personal holy grail here is the Round Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Sun Cream. Seriously, I think I've used this for like 5 years straight.
Wow, that's commitment.
It is. It's affordable. SPF 50 plus pair, PA plus HAL, no mineral filters, but it's loaded with hyaluronic acid and other hydrating things. Birch juice, obviously.
And the feel.
It's a white cream, but zero white cast. Feels like a light hydrating lotion, not sticky at all, goes on smooth, plays well under makeup, no pilling. It's so hydrating, sometimes I feel like I can skip moisturizer.
Nice.
Big pros. Super hydrating, feels great, and crucially, very little eye stinging for me, which is huge. Plus, it's non-comedogenic, so good for acne-prone or oily skin too. Works all year, but especially nice in spring-summer.
And just a quick reminder here, for all chemical sunscreens like this Round Lab one, you really want to apply them about 30 minutes before you go into the sun.
Oh yeah, good point.
Why is that again?
They need that time to properly absorb into the skin and sort of activate to form that protective layer that absorbs the UV. So don't just slap it on as you're walking out the door. Give it a head start.
Right. 30 minutes. Got it. Okay, another great chemical option. Mimuzin No 1. Clear Filter Sun Cream. Also really affordable, often on sale, SPF 50 plus VPA plus me.
What's special about this one?
The ingredients. It's packed with calming botanicals like Centella asiatica, Cica Houtunia cordata, metacastoside. It's really focused on soothing the skin.
Ah, great for irritated or breakout-prone skin then.
Exactly. The texture is almost like an aloe gel. Thin, lotiony, super hydrating, absorbs fast, low shine, no pilling. It feels really cooling and calming.
Sounds perfect for troubled skin days.
Totally. And again, not waterproof, so easy to wash off. Really great if your skin is feeling sensitive or breaking out.
Excellent.
And finally, our hybrid recommendation. This one might surprise you. It's the Daiso Derma Block Sun Cream.
Daiso, really?
I know, but trust me, it's a hidden gem. It's incredibly affordable, like unbelievably cheap for what it is. SPF 50 plus PA plus A.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's in it?
It actually has ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and other vitamin ingredients.
Wow, so skincare benefits too.
Exactly. It helps with brightening, maybe even a bit with collagen over time, so you get the UV protection plus some extra skin love, like a 1-for-2 deal.
That's fantastic value. How's the texture?
Really smooth, not sticky.
Yeah.
If you apply it thinly, the white cast is super minimal, and it has this nice, clean, sort of baby powder-ish soapy scent.
Yeah.
Really pleasant.
Who would you recommend it for?
Honestly, most people. Oily, combo, sensitive, even dry skin, because it is quite moisturizing, works year-round. If you're on a budget or just want something reliable that does a bit extra, it's definitely worth checking out.
Amazing find.
So there you have it. Bunch of options. But the main takeaway, really, is that choosing the right sunscreen isn't about luck or just grabbing what's popular.
No.
It's about understanding the types, thinking about your life, your skin, your routine. Hopefully this deep dive gives you the tools to make a smarter choice.
Absolutely. And let me just add, getting this right, understanding sunscreen and using it correctly. It is genuinely one of the most effective things you can possibly do to slow down how your skin ages. Seriously. It's way more cost-effective long-term than a lot of fancy, expensive treatments. Good sunscreen habits. Best bang for your buck for your skin's future. Seriously.
That is so true. And it makes me think of that photo. I'm sure lots of you have seen it. It went viral a while back. The one of the older woman who apparently used sunscreen religiously on her face for like 40 years. but not her neck.
Oh, yeah, that picture is striking.
Isn't it? The difference is just
Yeah.
stark.
Yeah.
You look at her neck and you see the wrinkles, the sunspots, clear signs of aging and sun damage. Then you look at her face, and it's comparatively smooth, way fewer wrinkles, hardly any spots. It's like looking at two different people's skin.
Yeah, it's powerful. And this raises a really important question for all of us, doesn't it? Right now, maybe you don't see any spots or major pigmentation on your neck.
Right.
And it feels like an extra step, maybe a bit annoying, to put sunscreen there, too. You might think, it's fine, it's just my neck.
Yeah, guilty sometimes.
But that photo shows exactly what happens. UV damage adds up slowly, silently, over years. And then later on, you might start seeing things pop up on your neck, skin tags, dark spots, those age spots, things that weren't there before, all because of that accumulated, unprotected exposure.
Ugh. Okay, point taken.
So the message is clear. Don't stop at your jawline. Make sure you're getting that sunscreen thoroughly onto your neck, your ears, back of your hands. Any skin that sees the sun. It really is an investment in your future self.
What a powerful image to end on. Definitely makes you think. We really hope this deep dive helps you look at your sunscreen choices in a new light. And hey, we'd love to hear from you. If you try any of these, or if you have your own holy grail sunscreen or amazing tips, please share them in the comments. Your experience could really help someone else out.
Yeah, let's build that knowledge together.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for tuning in to this deep dive, everyone. We'll catch you on the next one.